just been like about everywhere.
Yeah,
doing everything.
Cardiff, London, Birmingham, just around.
Saving the people's photography.
Well, I'll try and
So listen, for those who don't know, let the people know what you do, who you are, what you're about.
Okay, my name's JB Drew, aka JDShotYou. I document music, document the Birmingham scene, document the Wolverhampton scene, and just trying to give everyone the quality to match the music.
I've seen you everywhere. Like I think, was it Reading festivals?
Wireless Festival,
tours.
Reading Festival, the JK tour, at least for one of the nights, and
radio stations. I've seen it everywhere.
Yeah, one extra with Wolverhampton and all that. Wireless was the first one with basically DJ Semtex contacted me and was like, need a photographer. I came through for one day. Yeah, he basically said I'd done a few events with him before, and we did when Fetty Wap came to Birmingham. I shot that, and then we did a event for Beats One with Khaled in London, and then after that he basically said, you get the best shots of me, so I want you to follow me for festival season. And I think I was on National Express and I just read the
How did it feel? It feel like you'd really achieve something?
It was, because that's the same guy I used to listen to when like there was no photography at all. It was just, that's the guy I would listen to all the time, and like, yeah, that was sick. So finally, like, meet your hero. Yeah, it's cool.
Prior to that email, how long have you actually been shooting for?
On and off, probably about 5 years now. I used to shoot for a small like indie blog called the 405.
Okay.
But that's mainly like indie musicians and stuff people only listen to like between 4 of their friends. And then so eventually, and the first thing I ever asked to shoot was The Weeknd, but back before he was The Weeknd now. This was when he was a
Trilogy House of Balloons. When he was a weekday.
When he was a weekday.
When he was a weekday.
Yeah. So I shot that for them, that was the first thing. And then the second show I shot was Drake's Would You Like a Tour?
Well, man said, wait, man said.
That's my first two as well.
Man said, this is what I'm saying at the start, he's been reading my list. The guy said, well, I'm just gonna shoot The Weeknd first, and then Drake, like
I was basically just going down my playlist and was like,
do you know what I mean? Like, so how did they come about? Was it just through?
That's just for the 405, so I just hit up the editor. Basically, I was sneaking my camera into like going to festivals and concerts, arguing with security, getting it taken off me. And then I finally was like, I've got enough.
That's dedication, you know.
Well, yeah. I've got enough to go with the 405 to go. I've got this. Now imagine what I could do if you give me a pass. And they were like, yeah, sure. And then that's how I started getting passes.
So from there, you just patterned, and obviously.
Yeah. Then I stopped, and then I think another time I got my camera stolen, and then another time I was doing a shift on a bar, and somebody just walked upstairs and just walked out. So I started, then stopped, and then the last time I picked up the camera, I was like, right, it's either now or never. And then that's when I bumped into you guys, and the rest of this year happened.
Moving on, like you said, I think you mentioned you did part of JK's tour.
Yeah. With the JK thing, what was the first thing we did? So I saw him at Made, and then he liked my shots from Made, and we sort of gone. He's used a couple of my shots over and over, and then that came back around to, and then I saw him again at 0121. He told me about the tour. Said he might bring us along, and I was actually like, yeah, this one. And then we actually got the email one day about doing like a big article for the tour. So Sanjay went with him on all 3 dates, and I couldn't go because of day job. Yeah, screw him. But I made it to the Birmingham show.
Next time you're ill in it though. Yeah. Next time you're ill.
Well, yeah,
next time you are ill.
Yeah. And then we just covered all of that backstage, everything to do that.
The thing is, I think I've seen, like you said, I've seen you at a couple of festivals. I think one thing I have to say, the way you kind of mingle without the stars, but without being like too pushy.
Yeah.
Because some photographers are like, yo, let me get a picture. Like,
that's something I'm aiming for though, because I can't tell you what I can't stand is like guest list groupies. Just on the guest list is just in the way. And so when I get to be around anything real cool like that, I make sure that nobody hears from me. I'm just in the corner, I've got what I've got, and then you'll know where I am later when you see me.
This is why I call you Spider-Man. This is why he's Peter Parker, get to know. Sometimes, some of the shots I think, how have you got that from where you was? Like, I didn't see you move. Like, I don't get it. Like,
I'm I'm little, so
That says I'm little, so I can you can fit into small crevices.
Yeah, you can't yet.
I don't want to fit anything small into those small crevices like
That's what they say, Jamie Drew, in small crevices.
You know what, that should be your first t-shirt. Picturing yourself, Jamie Drew, in small crevices. Maybe it should be an episode. Just you in really small, a gallery.
In small places.
Literally.
That is content.
Listen, remember where the idea started. You heard it here first. Alright, as we said, your involvement with Sanjay and Nation of Billions, how did that happen? How did that come about?
Okay, Nation of Billions is, so back to when I got my last camera, looking around for a blog, because with the 405 I kind of went left, where it became a thing of like the editor telling me what's relevant, and I was kind of sat there like,
I'll get that.
yeah, you're an indie rock blog, you're not going to understand grime. So,
I understand.
So yeah, that kind of ended, and then I was looking for something new, and then in that week I was looking for something new because I spy on Semtex all the time. It turns out he'd opened up a new website with his management to showcase sort of everything, and so I just emailed them with what I had, and luckily it was like the beginning stages, so they just let me in. And then the first thing I did for them, I think, was a Macklemore show. But Semtex did the write-up on that, so that was pretty sweet. Yeah, so that's Art by Yaz. I met him at the 012 radio thing. Didn't know who he was before, and then we sort of checked out each other's stuff, and he did a drawing of Scorps from the Rise of Birmingham story, and then I posted one of Daps on the Map 2 days ago, and he's just done a piece for that, but it's not finished yet, so we'll see what happens.
So what you doing? Are going up? He's selling them, or?
I don't know what he's selling them. I don't know what he's doing, but he's just giving me my credit for getting the initial idea.
Okay.
But I've heard talk of like a joint gallery that we were thinking of doing, but we'll see if it happens.
2017, yeah, last year. What was your favourite shot? That if you can pinpoint one shot, what do you reckon?
I could give you a few that stand out. There's one of Dimes in One Extra.
Yo, listen, that's
and it's like both those neon lights are sort of light in his face. One's red, one's blue, and he's sort of like looking at the camera like pretty fierce. Because if you've seen the set, it's pretty fierce.
That was a good set.
Yeah, so that was a standout one to post to like get people interested. What else? I'd have to literally look at my Instagram to tell you. Like, it's just too many. It's too many. The Daps one I posted the other day from Rise of Birmingham was pretty decent. I like that one. The stuff we did on the JK show, and the behind the scenes stuff it made was probably the first time I was ever like, I've done my job there. Like I was like.
Now you know what? I think that those photos, for anyone who hasn't seen them, needs to. They were very. You call everyone naturally being normal.
Yeah, that's the thing where if you're gonna 10 years from now when you go back and you look in 10 years, that's going to be proper documentary.
There'll be some of them ones that you make into black and white. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. When you get the BBC documentary, they're the ones you're going to use. So.
If not, I'm fucking phoning them my damn self. Say, listen. So, what was your favourite shoot? Would you say?
Favourite shoot.
Last year.
I get really excited when I get to photograph someone I'm like a stand for. Like so like when I did the Travis Scott show. Photographing the Travis Scott show was mental. I got shots of people being carried out because they passed out. Got shots of like people just drenched in sweat. And then the stuff at festivals as well. Like there was a moment where Cadet made everyone like grab a bottle of water, and then everybody in that tent had to throw the water up at the same time. Best shot. Semtex at the end of his set at Reading turns to me and was like, "I'm going to get everyone to pose for a photo." And so his last tune, before he goes into it, he got everyone in that tent to throw their arms up for a photo. So that's like a couple of hundred people posing for one photo, which I'll never get again. So that was sick.
No, you will, because you'll probably do it next year.
If it goes well. Then
next year, this year, I forget, the new year, this year, you'll definitely do it this year. So speaking of this year, going into 2018, what is your plans?
To just, I don't want to run at everything this year, because I feel like I did stuff I didn't really need to do last year. But I'm gonna do all the important stuff. It's important for me to keep doing big things for Nation, so your J. Cole, your Travis Scotts, but then also do the smaller things that document what's going on around me in the scene. Mix and match, bit of both. I want to get more cover stories done. yeah, now I want to start doing like taking control of portrait sessions, because I only started doing portrait stuff last year, and that was only because we were doing cover stories. So I want to be able to actually direct someone, come up with an idea, and then get them to pose for the photo. I want to get a couple of artwork and stuff on iTunes, stuff on Spotify, stuff to go along with projects, because nobody ever contacts me for that. And I'd love to do that.
Just plug your damn self.
So just do that. Next time you've got my number, it's on WhatsApp.
Phone him.
Just phone him. It's going on a project. So, yeah,
let's do it. Get this shit happening. So speaking of the local scene, what do you think about it in the creative local scene, in the music wise? What are your views on it?
Musically, it's great. I started hanging around because you had everything but a photographer, is what I thought. The music is great. There is real great stuff coming out, and it just needs to be shown in a higher quality.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that people who walk around saying they do a lot for the scene then share that work, because it's not getting the sale. You'll see people and they'll tell you, "Oh, that was sick," or something.
Yeah.
But you didn't drop a like, you didn't drop an RT.
You didn't share it.
So it's not gonna grow that way. So everybody needs to start growing it, even if you don't get the love back. Just grow it just to grow it.
Listen, every share and every like helps everybody.
Exactly. And then I've got family doing like media courses and stuff, and they're getting to the end of it, and they're going to come to a point where they go, "Oh, well, I've got to go to London." Well, if everyone moved in one volume, nobody's got to go to London. We can stay right here.
We can stay right here and build it in Birmingham.
Yeah, and stop people coming over, and then
the Midlands.
Stop people coming to then document our scene when we should be doing it ourselves.
Listen, I agree with everything you're saying. I think we need definitely to build a strong base, and I think there's the creatives, there's the artists, musically, videographers. I think everything's in place. I think now, especially 2018, will be a good time.
Yeah.
I think.
And instead of having people on, being guest list groupies filling up the space, bring in CGuk UK, and they can document the whole thing, because it's going to go somewhere.
Listen, it's going to do something. Get to know.
Yeah.
Listen, I like that. He even shows love for it. Love. He shows love for everything.
That's how it's got to be. You've got to respect the platforms because if the platforms stop caring about you, it's going to go real quiet real quick.
There you go. So he said it himself, Mr. JDShotYou. Listen, I want you to tell everyone, plug yourself, media, because everyone needs to see your shots.
Okay.
Get your socials on there. Tell them.
Okay, it's at JDShotYou on everything. It's very simple.
Yo, this guy. You hear that every single platform. Twitter, Snapchat.
That's it. Is it not Snapchat?
Snapchat.
It's got to be IG or Snapchat, and I just went with IG. Yeah.
Oh no, you should little behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Some exclusives.
That's not a bad idea.
So listen, it's been a fantastic week.
As always.
JDShotYou, Kingpin, CGuk TALKS. Out.